Yesterday, Arsenal beat Crystal Palace 2-0. Arsenal of late, they have been on their toes. This season is a different Arsenal. I don't know if it's the background coaching staff, or Arteta has got it right this time, or is it the three players they've injected? That is Zinchenko from Man City, who came on a transfer for 45 million, Gabriel Jesus, who came for 40 million, and Saliba, who came from loan from Marseille. Jesus, of late, of the three friendlies that Arsenal have played, they won all their friendlies, and Jesus scored more than 3 goals. In this short span of time, Jesus has scored almost 15 goals. Yesterday, we saw a high pressing game from Arsenal. They pressed Crystal Palace to the wall. You could see the creative play. I think the thing that Arsenal lacked this last season was a striker. By them getting rid of Aubameyang, we went on loan to Barcelona, and when selling the short number 9 Lacazette to Olympique Lyon, where he came from previously, and putting Jesus in that number 9 position, is able to bring Arsenal to raise Arsenal levels. They've started winning games right now. I think the only thing they lacked was a striker. Now, when we came to the game yesterday, we saw that Arteta plays with two number 6s. That is Granit Xhaka, and Thomas Partey, making it very hard for the Crystal Palace forwards to pass the midfield. And then the way he structured the team, Gabriel Jesus was playing a high press, so he was acting as a third number 6. So he was coming to press as well, and he was also attacking as well. And then you see the two forwards were linking up with the two wing backs, Zinchenko, and on that side there was Bukayo Saka. Now yesterday, Arsenal's formation changed. They played with a 3-4-3. So Ben White had three defenders: Ben White, Saliba, and Gabriel. And then on the wing backs, on the wingers, they had Bukayo Saka, and they had Martinelli, and then Jesus on top in front. Now on the midfield, they had Granit Xhaka, and they had Thomas Partey, and they had two additional wing backs on the side. Now, the way they close the mid, they feel that Crystal Palace may come with a very strong midfield, so they close the midfield and put 4 players there. And the other two additional forwards, the wingers, were acting as an extra 2 midfielders, so they close the midfield with almost 6 players on the line, making the midfield very hard for Crystal Palace to penetrate. And as usual, Arsenal plays a very high line press. So what they were doing is that Arteta's come with this other new strategy that they don't pass the ball to the players. As soon as the Arsenal player has the ball, the other Arsenal player looks for a space and they pass it to the space, making it very hard for the opponent to mark them. And they play with very good passing. Their passes are accurate, 100%. They don't miss in their passes. They don't underpass, overpass. They don't side pass. They do pinpoint passing. They pass into the space. The Arsenal player takes the ball and attacks. Yesterday, Crystal Palace, what I saw without Conor Gallagher this season, they don't have a very active number 8. Crystal Palace don't have a very active right winger. They don't have a left winger. All the attack was coming from Zaha's side. They don't have a creative number 8 in the midfield. Conor Gallagher, who's gone back to Chelsea, was helping them last season. He was getting the ball, he was spraying it down to Ayew, he was spraying it down to Zaha, he was spraying it down to Mateta. This time, Edward was the striker. He hardly got the ball. Eze was the number 10. They played a 4-3-2-1 system. Eze missed a beautiful opportunity to a good pass from Zaha. Eze missed that incredible opportunity to score a goal. He was alone with Ramsdale and he bottled it. Instead of scoring, he passed it back to Ramsdale. So they could have easily equalized. The first goal came from Zinchenko's creative header. He was left unmarked. Defense blunder. He headed the ball into the crowd near the goalpost, and Martinelli was able to header it in. The second goal came in the dying minutes of the game, where Saka made a good cross. He beat his defender, Mitchell. He crossed the ball into the box, and Mark Gahi, another blunder defense, he headed that ball right into his own net. So the game ended 2-0. I think Crystal Palace this time, from what I see, the coach of Crystal Palace, Vieira, has to sit down with the board. The board have to make aggressive signings this season. They only made one signing, number 8, but he's not that aggressive because it was only his first game and he got injured. The midfield was being overrun. Last season they had Conor Gallagher. If I was Vieira, I'd sit down the board and say, listen guys, if we are to survive in this Premier League, I need Conor Gallagher and I need 2-3 more aggressive signings. Crystal Palace is owned by billionaires. Go and say, give me a budget of 100 million. I need to buy players. The competition is tough out there. Arsenal have upgraded. Chelsea have upgraded. Tottenham Hotspur have upgraded. Man City have upgraded. These other lower teams like Newcastle, Southampton, they've upgraded. Brighton have upgraded. Crystal Palace have the same old players. I looked at the lineup. I did not see anything. I looked at the bench. I did not see anything. Make a bold offer for Conor Gallagher. Offer £20 million. Let Chelsea up their price a bit, negotiate and get him. At least if you can't buy 5 players, buy one who was helping you last season. Or go to Chelsea, ask for them on loan. Give them a loan fee. Give them something like €1 million. Get Conor Gallagher playing for this season. At least you survive in the Premier League. Right now, Vieira even lost all his friendly games in America and wherever they played. I think it was Australia or somewhere. They lost to Liverpool and lost to another team as well. If Vieira does not become aggressive in the transfer market because he only has 1 month left, Crystal Palace are going into relegation. And as for Arsenal, they seem to be looking good. These signings they've made, these 3 new players that have come, seem to be working for Arsenal. They look unstoppable. But the real test is not there yet. They still have to play against big teams like, Chelsea always beat Chelsea, whether Chelsea will form or not. Somehow, Arsenal is the kryptonite of Chelsea. They get weak in front of Chelsea. I don't know why Chelsea never have good games against Arsenal, whether they're doing well or not. So we'll have to see the games against teams like Spurs, Liverpool, Man City. We'll have to see how they play in the Europa Cup because there are other teams that they don't know. So let's see for Arsenal. As for yesterday, Gabriel Jesus didn't score a goal, but he was a good threat. He pressed well, he defended well, he created chances for his other players. And I think for them, for Arsenal, Gabriel Jesus was a good signing. Of course, Arsenal have Edu on their CEO as on board of directors. He's only scouting top Brazilian players because he himself is a Brazil. So that Brazilian connection is there. He got a lot of good players from the Brazilian Super League. He got 1 or 2 players from there. Marquinhos, he got Marquinhos. He got a good Portuguese player from the Portugal Super League as well. He got Gabriel Jesus. He almost got Rafinha. So he's got that Brazilian touch. He's got a Brazilian connection, so he's putting all the top Brazilian players. Edu's the one who signed Gabriel. Edu signed Martinelli. Edu signed Gabriel Jesus. He signed Marquinhos. He almost signed Rafinha. So he's a Brazilian. He's an ex-player of Arsenal, ex-midfielder. Edu's an ex-midfielder. Now he's in the board. he's even got scouts in Brazil, getting for him good players and good names, scouting for him from the Brazilian side. So things are good with Arsenal. And this season, they might go very far. Top 3, top 2. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. So thank you guys for tuning in. And as a Premier League, I'll make a separate video for my thoughts on the transfer market and what's been happening. Which players have gone to which teams and which players have not gone to which teams and why they did not go. And the way Barcelona have been behaving in the market, the way they've been aggressive, they've been very aggressive. They've signed 5 top-class players and how they did it. I'll bring this in a separate video. Thank you, guys.